David from Default Sound here, and before I go into this walkthrough video with Worship Beats Volume 1, I just want to make sure that you're aware of the content that you need to have downloaded on your computer in order to use this release. So this uses some of MainStage's additional downloadable content that may not already be on your computer as part of the essential MainStage sounds. So to check to make sure you have what you need, and just so you're aware of how much space it takes, go up here to MainStage 3, and we're going to go down to the sound library, and we're going to open the sound library manager. Now, if you have tons of space on your hard drive, the quickest way to make sure you have everything is just to hit download all available sounds. But if you're conserving space or you just want to download this section of content to give you everything you need for Worship Beats Volume 1, then you can click Open Sound Library Manager, and it opens up like this. And you need to have the electronic drum kit and the drum kit sample content downloaded on your computer. So just check those two boxes and hit install. So it's about a 28 gigabyte download, so it might take a little bit of time. After you've installed everything, you can always go back onto your computer and delete some of the acoustic drum kits that are included in these two sections of content, because I did not use any of the drum kit designer samples in Worship Beats Volume 1, but to get started, just make sure you have the drum kit and the electronic drum kit sample content installed on your computer. Okay, now I'm going to cut over to the walkthrough video. Hey folks, David from Default Sound here, and today I'm going to do an introductory video for Worship Beats Volume 1, which is an expansion pack for Sunday keys that gives you the ability to have loops playing in Sunday keys within MainStage 3 that you can actually manipulate and adjust on the fly. It's synced to the MainStage master clock, so you can dial in the tempo in advance or even use tap tempo to make small adjustments as you perform. So I wanted to give you a little introduction to Worship Beats, and I've got Sunday keys open here on my computer. I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and if you've purchased Worship Beats, this is where your download will most likely go, unless you have download set to go somewhere else. And we're just going to go over here to patches, and Worship Beats Volume 1 comes with 15 different beats, and they're all included in these .patch files. So I'm just going to click and drag over all of them, or click within the folder and hit Command A to select all. I'm going to drag them into my Open Sunday Keys concert. You can place these patch files within the patches folder on your computer, within the music folder, or wherever you like to store your patches. You can drag the whole folder in if you want to stay organized. All right, I'm going to minimize Finder. I'm going to go full screen. So when I said that Worship Beats is synced to the master MainStage clock, what that means is in edit mode you have this little play button up here at the top right corner. MainStage is not a DAW, it doesn't have a timeline, but it does have a beat counter. And so it will play whatever time signature you've determined at the patch level, at whatever tempo you've set at the patch level, or whatever your concert level tempo is if you don't have a tempo assigned to the specific patch. So you can see here, when I have this 808 patch selected, down here I've got has time signature selected because this beat is in 4/4, but I don't have the change tempo to box checked. So if you want to set the tempo in advance, you just check this box. You can type it in. Otherwise, you can use tap tempo in Sunday keys. And so whenever the MainStage global clock is played by either clicking the play button, pressing spacebar on your keyboard, or if you have a button on your layout that you've assigned to the play button or mapped to the play button at the concert level, then whenever you press that play button on one of these patches, then the patch will start to play the loop. So I'm just going to hit spacebar, and we'll show you what I mean. So all of these patches are mapped to section 4 of Sunday keys. So you can grab 3 other sounds from Sunday keys or your own patches or any of the other patch bundles at Default Sound and combine them with these beats and have both going at once. And then using the on-screen modifiers, you have a ton of flexibility of control over the tone. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of the different types of sounds you can get. So all those sounds from just one patch using the modifier. So you can dial the beat in advance how you would like, and then just hit Command S and save your concert before changing patches, and all those settings will be saved to that sound. Or you can dial it in on the fly, do some DJing type stuff, and change the beat as you go. This is a really great tool for practice at home. It makes it really easy for you to set beats up for your live band to play along with. It can even supplement or add to the sound when you don't have a drummer for acoustic sets and things like that. So I'm going to go through each of the 15 patches really quickly and just demonstrate a little bit of what they do. First, I want to demonstrate this 808 patch at a slower tempo. So I'm just going to tap in something a little slower and let you hear it at 85. So this is like a slower song instead of a more upbeat tune. Here's the 4 on the floor 909 beat. So using this glitch delay, you can add in a sense of subdivision that mostly affects the high end, so your clap, your snare, and your hi-hat sounds. You're not really getting subdivision on the kick. But then as you move the fader up, you actually get different subdivisions, so you can dial in different feels in advance, or if you do it on the fly, you get some really cool time warps between the two as the delay ramps up to that new tempo. And a great way to make these loops sit a little bit further back in the mix is just to use the high cut knob. Makes everything a little more subdued, sound a little bit further in the background, more ambient. All right, next is the blip beat. There's all sorts of beats in Worship Beats. Tried to cover upbeat electronic, some mid-tempo stuff that would be fun to jam along with, maybe inspirational, and then also some more acoustic sounding beats that would make sense for an acoustic set, more stripped down folk type stuff. Next is the cheese beat. You're gonna like this one. Casio. I got a fever. Couldn't resist. All right, this is a more acoustic sounding beat. Great for acoustic stuff, more stripped down, or if you go quick on the tempo. Do some Israel Houghton stuff with this type of vibe as well. Got another 808 patch, this one with a bit more groove. And then a similar beat, but with the 909. Next, we've got a patch that's in 6/8 for all you hipsters out there. Got two different vibes for the clap, so it can be as bright or as subdued as you'd like. Next, we got something that's a little House Fires inspired. So a couple folks have mentioned these types of sounds to me. So with this, I want to demonstrate how easy it is to use Sunday keys with these sounds. So I'm just going to grab the piano from section 1. And I'm going to go back here and grab this beat by clicking on both and holding Command. I'm going to go to the Settings cog and select New Patch from selected patches. And then I'm going to have the piano in section 1 and the house beat still in section 4 in this new untitled patch. And then you can just hit spacebar and you're ready to go. The beat's already loaded in exactly as it was, but you have a piano available now as well. Next is the Magic Beat. This was inspired by one of my favorite Coldplay songs. And to demonstrate it, I'm actually going to go down here and play this Magic demo patch I put together because it's got a piano associated with it. Next, we got this Pure Jam beat. more acoustic beat here. Definitely works better at slower tempos. And then one more. This one has an acoustic feel as well. So that's a little look at all 15 of the beats included in Worship Beats Volume 1. These beats are super flexible. Most all of them are going to work well over a wide range of tempos. You're not locked into just one tempo that these beats are going to work well at. And as I demonstrated just a minute ago with that magic patch and with the house beat, it's really easy to combine these beats with your existing Sunday keys layers, with patch creations of your own. Or if you don't have a drummer on a Sunday, you could just use Worship Beats and mix drums to add dynamics to your songs. The last thing I want to demonstrate is that you can also use these with all the song-specific patches from my website. So I've grabbed my patch for Fears, and I've used the 4 on the Floor 909 patch. I combined the two, so I took the song-specific patch and the 4 on the Floor 909 patch, selected both from my patch list while holding Command, and then chose New Patch from selected patches, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you real quick, because it can be a great way to add supplementary loops underneath your full band. So you can get a lot of dynamic range out of this. It can make it a great way for you to practice your song-specific patches at home, have some rhythm, and then also can definitely supplement your live band very well for an actual live performance. So I hope you'll check out Worship Beats Volume 1. I have plans to do more releases in the future with additional beats, so I'd love to hear from you if there's some stuff that you'd like to see covered. Thanks for checking out this video. Have a great day.